Can Indiana Fever keep winning without Caitlin Clark? Our fans' verdict. There are several unspoken rules of a three-legged race. Chief among them, you're only as fast as your partner. Sure, a basketball team has a lot more legs involved, but doesn't that just make this rule even more important? Every play is a race against the clock, and if even one leg is out of sync, the whole thing wobbles. But with that, there's another rule. No blame mid-game. However, in the WNBA, where there are 44 games, you cannot always abide by that. Last year, Fever fans were convinced Caitlin Clark was dragging dead weight. Her teammates were blamed for not helping her out on the court. Come 2025, and suddenly, the script has flipped. Now, the talk is that the Fever aren't just surviving without Clark. They're thriving. So the question comes up, can the Indiana Fever win without Caitlin Clark long-term? We ran this poll in a recent version of the She Got Game newsletter, and here's where our readers landed. Out of 397 readers, 186 voted for maybe, but not against top teams. Well, that sentiment doesn't come across as really shocking considering what happened the first time Clark missed a regular season game. The entire WNBA world did a double take. The Indiana Fever, who had looked deeper and more balanced than the previous year, suddenly appeared deflated in an 83-77 loss to the Washington Mystics. It felt like all that early season momentum had vanished in one night. Head coach Stephanie White put it plainly after the game. Caitlin is really good at finding rim runners, getting the ball up the floor. And that's one where we gotta be better. What White couldn't have predicted was just how quickly the absence would become the norm. A norm that's brought with it some noticeable patterns, and, naturally, divided opinions. Interestingly, over 120 readers also expressed that they don't believe Clark's presence is essential for the team to win. But before we break down everything, let's take a look at some context. With just a glance at the table, you can probably tell that the results have been nearly identical, with a fluctuating difference of a game or two. The perception has more to do with how they have looked as a squad, with and without her. Because, as they say, stats never tell the full story. Clark-less Fever, for the win. ESPN analyst Carolyn Peck once stirred this debate with her take. I think Indiana is even more dangerous when Caitlin Clark doesn't play. Because she's a ball-dominant guard, Peck said. The ball's in her hands a lot, so you know what you need to try to take away. But when you look at Indiana now, they have so many weapons. Kelsey Mitchell is playing out of her mind. Last regular season, Mitchell and Clark both averaged 19.2 points per game. This year, though, Mitchell has bumped that up to 20.2, leading Indiana, while Clark has dipped to 16.5. Our readers have noticed the shift, too. One fan put it bluntly, while Caitlin's out, Kelsey has stepped up in the scoring, and everyone's playing defense, even the bench warmers. There's not a weak player on the team. It's true, Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston are the ones anchoring that defensive punch. They are both locking in with defensive ratings of 99.3 and 100.7, respectively.